the play-by-play narration too.
Yeah.
So, we got some guys that aren't on our roster that are going to be wearing different jerseys.
Okay.
So,
Do you want? I can do that. Yeah, like, are we not supposed to have them, or is it? Actually, I don't even know.
If not, we're going to have 8 guys.
Yeah. Wow.
So we got 5 of them.
Yeah, so who has officially left the team, right? Hinman is gone, right?
It's officially different. So,
Because they're not getting their money back, so they could always come back and play, right?
Yeah. We're keeping them on our roster,
Okay.
but they said they're done, so
All right.
we're not going to force them to come back.
Right.
Hinman and Rock.
Okay, those two.
And James.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then we're not allowed in the broadcast booth.
Yeah, I know. I talked to. That's why I'm moving.
Someone spilled coffee or drink out of the computer.
Yeah.
So once Rob finds out how much it's going to cost to fix it, he's probably not going to let anyone in there unless it's supervised.
Right. And I was talking to Lachlan before the game. I said, if there's some sort of sign-out sheet of who's able to be there to be responsible, I said, I'd be more than happy to sign up for that. I'll just shut the door when I'm in there. But yeah, I mean, it's terrible. It's so disgusting how people are. In one of the seats in that row, right in front of the camera, is like a half-eaten English muffin stuffed into a cup of. Why would you think that's okay? All right. Well, thanks, guys. Good. I'm cleaning up my spilled coffee, and I kicked it over again.
I do it all the time.
Lock me up in a room and leave me there.
Do you have a hockey blog or something?
Yeah, YouTube
You
channel.
know what? I think my son sent me your link.
Probably. Dan-Dalin, positive influence.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I think you captured pretty good on one of these breakaways. You posted it like on YouTube?
Yeah, so I'm live right
TikTok
now
or
on
something?
YouTube. So yeah, if you get actually, it used to be, I think it still is, it's either 50 or 100 subscribers on a YouTube channel, you can actually go live on a mobile device.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Somebody stole something on it. I stole mine on the floor. I tell you what, I want to know is how come we don't allow physically challenged people to have company? You can't drink and roll or
You must be Dalin.
Yeah,
I love your broadcast.
Oh, thank
I
you.
love them. Oh my God. Dalin.
Thank you so much.
Where do we travel all over the place?
So my son's on the team, number 40. Yeah, so I've got 4 kids. They all started playing hockey. One of them stopped. But yeah, since my youngest is 3 years old, they've been playing.
You live here?
I live in Paris. Yeah, it's like an hour east of here. Or west. West here.
We live in Pittsburgh,
Okay.
but I've seen stuff.
Yeah, so my daughter's she was on a tier 1 team last year. Now she's tier 2. But my oldest is in college, playing for community college. So I got between hockey, baseball, softball, soccer, like 300 games a year.
We had to get that baseball. My cousin, my grandfather pitched for the Pirates.
No kidding.
Taking that life and stuff. We had to quit that for August.
Wow.
I had those things at 29.
They've gone way past my coaching and advice ability, so I wanted to stay engaged somehow.
Well, my little one stopped. I couldn't help him anymore when he was like 7 or 8. That was just like, you know, gave up on me. Well, it keeps you young, right?
Yep. All right, hockey fans, here we are. University Nexus Center, home of the Utica of the Utica Junior Comets. We are broadcasting from across the way because the broadcast booth has been closed. Somebody spilled a beverage on the computer in there, so no one's allowed to be in there unsupervised. I've asked if I could be one of the supervisors. Perhaps if a list could be made, I would take that responsibility on, so I could be over on the other side of the rink, utilizing my computer instead of my phone, so we could have a scoreboard camera. Until that time, though, I'll be doing it just off of my phone. So we have the visiting team wearing the white sweaters, going from left to right, the Pittsburgh Vengeance versus your home team, my home team, in their red sweaters, going from right to left this first period, the Utica Junior Comets. Fun fact, Pittsburgh Vengeance. Vengeance was actually the name of my high school band. I played rhythm guitar, and we spelled vengeance wrong. We spelled it incorrectly on purpose to make a statement. And that statement was, we were terrible musicians, or at least I was. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, hockey fans of all ages and all genders, welcome to rink number 1 at the Utica University Nexus Center. Today's game in white, Pittsburgh Vengeance versus your Utica Junior Comets. Let's play some hockey!
And face-off won by Utica. Witchley dumps that in deep, goes back behind the net. Picked up by Trovato. He breaks this out. It comes right to number 4, Treador. He sends that around on the far side. Puck grab by 6. Turned over. Chase Irwin coming in. Backhand shot and a goal.
Pittsburgh Vengeance goal scored by number 41, Chase Irwin. Unassisted, number 41. Time of the Vengeance goal, 0:26 of the first period.
In goal for Utica, number 32, Luke Balf. Here comes 17 up for Utica. not Gavin Aceto, cycling around with this puck. Passes this in for 7. 7 fires this in. From the point, puck back to Dan-Dalin, battling against Brett Smith. Puck comes up high. Salami fires this, gets tipped off the glass, down into the trapezoid. Dalin battling for it, gets shoved off that puck, comes down. Dalin trying to go towards it, not able to. He gets pushed off that puck. Brett Smith comes away for the vengeance. Smith over the center line, dumps this puck in, and he's going to cycle off for his line change. Bell stalls that puck back behind the net, fires this out, looking for a breakout pass, trying to get it to Cole Campbell or Cornish. Puck sent in. Oops, Salami sends this up. Knocked out, and after the pass, a hard hit. Chad Hull, and that is an offsides. While the faceoff in the neutral zone. At exactly 15 minutes to go in the first period, it is 1-0 in favor of Pittsburgh. Oh, yeah? Let me take my batteries back. Grabbed by Braden Person for Pittsburgh, sends it around, goes to catch up for it. Aiden Van Wee grabs that puck, dumps that puck in. Pittsburgh out in a neutral zone. Van Wee trying to take that back away from Kenneth Billings. Battling now, stepping up with this puck is Joseph LeBeuf. LeBeuf, drop pass back to Cornish, shot wide left. Rebound goes on the far side. Baki not able to get it, picked up by Sunjin McHattie. McHattie in, around, centering pass, that gets knocked away. Chasing it down, number 27 for Pittsburgh. He tries leaning in, held off from the slot. Puck picked up, though, by Ethan Riff Jr. Drops it back to the point, 20, shot fired, deflected away by LeBeuf. LeBeuf checked into the boards by McHattie. Coming away with that puck is Cornish, and he drops that back for LeBeuf in the trapezoid. Riff gets hit by Gavin Aceto. Sends that puck up for 51. Fires this out for Campbell. Campbell touches this at the center line, so no ice. Oh, I thought he hit that on the other side of the center line. I must have been mistaken. In my relaxed state, broadcasting, and then, not with the pressures of being an official on the ice, I must have made an error. Face off to the left side of Luke Bell. Face-off comes all the way out into the neutral zone. Brett Smith back to pick it up, challenged by Campbell, sends it up to Chase Irwin, and it comes back. Irwin chases it down, D-to-D pass Matthew Lestishin. He passes this up, and Billings dumps this in. Number 4 for Utica grabs that puck, sends this around into the corner. From the point, Smith fires it, goes off of Irwin into the far corner. 4 grabs it, feeds this up for Backy. Backy not able to get it out. Puck taken back. Billings gets it for Pittsburgh. Billings sends this over to the side. Irwin shoots that directly into Luke's glove for the save. Here's the faceoff, won by Pittsburgh. Coming over to grab it is 27. Fires it in, save. Bell. Rebound comes out high. Knocked over to the side by 27. Oh, that goes on net. And went off the blocker of Bell to the far side. Tries to get fed out. Comes out into the neutral zone. Dump back in. Pittsburgh's got to check up on sides. While they do, Salami picks this puck up in the trapezoid. He passes over to the right side for Tyler Main. He feeds this out, and that puck's turned over in the neutral zone. Braden Person turns this puck back in. Balf again, stalls it behind the net. Salami gets it, This puck passed out for Gavin Aceto. Nope, not Aceto. The other 17. 17A. 17E. Kenneth Billings coming out with this, and Tyler Main turns his puck back in. Utica checks up onside. Braden Person fires this across. Crisscrosses out, comes right back to Person. Person over the blue line into the O-zone, gets around. Salami shoots this wide left. Puck held in by Matthew Lestishin, and he gets checked, and that puck goes over the boards. It was inside the zone, though, so I do believe we're going to have a face-off to the right side of Luke Bell. 11:42 remaining in this first period. It is 1-0 in favor of the Pittsburgh Vengeance. Scored on the first shot of the game. Aiden Van Wee wins that faceoff. Puck taken away by John Sroka. Sroka shot. Goes off the top. Campbell gets this out into the neutral zone. Smith picks this up, passes it over to Lestishin. Lestishin dumps that puck in, goes back behind the net. Witchley picks it up. Witchley couldn't get that puck out. 27 brings this back in for the Vengeance. I think he's in the trapezoid, stops short, comes back near side, tries to stuff the wraparound. Balf blocks it with the left leg. That one takes out Witchley. Oh! And that was a sniper shot and a half. Witchley taken out by Chuck Norris there. He's still slow to get off. He must have caught him right on the ankle. Aiden Van Wee fires into the corner for Backey to go to work. Xavier overskates that puck, and Lestishin feeds this up to Kenneth Billings. Billings over the center line. He's got Irwin with him. I don't know if he tried to pass it to him or just went off of Irwin's skate. Irwin back to Billings. Billings loses his puck. Billings almost won a major award. It looked a lot like a leg lamp. LaBeouf picks this up, goes back behind the net, turns this over, out in the middle. Oh, one-timer, McPatty, and that goes into the glove of Luke Bell. St. John McCaddy, quick with that stick, lifted it up glove side, and Luke just gobbled it up. Used the chokehold maneuver to suck that puck right into his glove. McCaddy's going to face off against Cameron Dallin. McCaddy wins this draw, comes over. Four pushes this up, knocked back in by McCaddy. And now this is turned over and turned over again. Utica coming out now with it. Short pass to 17E. 17E tries to come into the slot. Backhand shot, save made by Reed Richardson, number 83. I should have told him before his name. My apologies. Braden Person picks this up, it's taken away by Taylor Main. Main feeds this up to 6. 6 fires this in. 17E grabs it for Utica. 17E in the corner, taken out by Raymond Trovato. They both fall on the referee. The referee is able to sneak his way out from any damage. Ethan Ritt checked off that puck by Taylor Main. Puck comes flying off the glass. Dallin feeds it back to number 4. 4 from the trapezoid over to his right side, gets us to 6. It comes back. 4 misses it. 17E overskates this puck. This comes out to the point, and Pittsburgh takes possession. Shot fired by Lestishin. Save made by Balf. Coming around, John Sroka. Sroka at the point to Lestishin. Feeds this into Riff. Riff loses this puck, goes over, tries to recover. Lestishin, nope, 27 comes away with it. Fires this on net pad, save by Balf. 27 back with it again at the hash mark, battling against Tyler Main. Gets loose. Sroka drops this back to 27. He fires this in and goes off for his line change. Sroka feeds this up for the point, taken away by 17E. 17E drops this off for 44. And Utica not able to hold that puck in, comes back. Billings stops at the blue line. He's taken out by, I think it was Chad Hull. Irwin for Pittsburgh. That was Chad. Sends this in deep, ripped around by number 7. 7 sends this into the air. It waffles its way into the neutral zone. Braden Person back to get it. Passes this puck over to Trovato. Trovato hits Irwin. Irwin I thought that went off for Irwin's stick. I guess not. Irwin's not complaining. That's an icing. We'll bring this face-off down to the Vengeance end of the ring. 8:06 remaining in the first period. We are just past the halfway mark here of the first period, and it is still 1-0 in favor of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with 8 shots on goal. Utica with 1. More shots needed. Trovato sends this behind the net for 27. He feeds this out for Soroka. Soroka comes over the blue line into the middle. Winds up for that shot. Save made. Puck is kicked out over onto the side. Grabbed by Cole Campbell. Sends this out. Person dumps it back in. Pittsburgh's got to check up onside. While they do, Chad Hull picks his puck up. Hull being kept honest by Ethan Riff. Feeds this over to Salami. Salami sends this off the head of Soroka. I bet you he couldn't do that if he tried it again. Salami to Cornish. Cornish across to Campbell. Campbell, Cornish. Hull back to Salami. Chad Hull with the puck now. Backhands this to Salami. Salami off the boards into the neutral zone for Gamble. Sent back by Person. Billings to McCaddy. McCaddy puts this in deep to Irwin. Shot, save made. Chad Hull picks up the rebound, passes it up to Cornish. Cornish feeds this out to a breaking Backey. Then Backey tried shifting this over and lost control of that puck. Pittsburgh takes it back with a vengeance. Person fires that, went through traffic. No icing, but it goes out of play. Fired from the neutral zone, so face-off will be in the neutral zone. 6:51 remaining. 1-0 is the score. St. John McCaddy taking the face-off against Gavin Aceto as soon as we get a puck. Now backup pucks have been placed in the scorer's booth. Face-off won by McCaddy. Pulls this back to Smith. Smith to Riff. Riff shot. Glove save. Lou Bell. Funny how Luke is like Luke Skywalker. Balf is a lot like Ralph, which is from Spaceballs, right? So it's a combination of Star Wars and Spaceballs. Here comes 44, shot, save! And it's the second shot of the game for the Utica Junior Comets. This one gets by Witchley. LaBeouf going back for it in the corner. Riff coming after him. Witchley comes back, grabs this puck, hits Aiden Van Wee. He feeds this out to Tyler Main. Main hit off that puck as soon as he touched it. Soroka picks it up. Can't hit Riff though. Puck goes to LaBeouf. LaBeouf ices the puck. I believe he thought that either Van Wee or Tyler Main was going to start making a break northwards towards the goal, but they continued coming across the zone. So they were not in position to receive the pass in the place where LaBeouf placed it. Dallin in for the faceoff, wins that draw, comes back to number 6, who feeds this out for Tyler Main. Main looking for somebody to pass. Dude, it's a bottle popper goal! Microphone has been taken away. Since it came from the broadcast booth and nobody's supposed to be in there, I guess I'm not allowed to use it. So, Utica Junior Comets goal scored by number 23, Tyler Main, assisted by number 6 from number 40, Cameron Dallin. 23 from 6 from 40. Time of the Utica Junior Comets goal, 10:59 of the first period. Another save made by Luke Balf makes this a 1-1 game. Soroka taking the face-off against Cornish. Soroka pulls this puck back, fired by Trovato, deflected off of Backy. Nice stick check by Trovato. Steals that puck, sends it off the boards, picked up by Tredor, number 4. He sends this back into the neutral zone. Person sends this in deep. Far corner, Bremen grabs this puck for Utica, behind the net to number 4. He passes this to Backy. Xavier to Cornish. Cornish brings that. I thought it was offside, but it's not. Cornish battling for that puck against number 28, Raymond Trovato. And this is sent into the air, picked up by Tredor for Utica. Now Cornish has it. Cornish tries feeding back. He picked off by number 27. He pushes this forward for Riff Jr. Riff stopped by Tredor. Tredor able to get this puck out. Goes right to Person. Person meant to pass that over to Smith, but Smith thought he was crisscrossing positions with him. He had to go make an emergency grab. Aiden Lum on the ice now. Puck pass up. Icing avoided by that touch. Puck grab by Matthew Lestishin. He tries feeding this up to the hash mark, taken away by Gavin Aceto. Now on the far side, Aiden Van Lee dumps this in deep. Brett Smith grabs this for the Vengeance behind the net. Smith coming up on the near side, tries sending this across, gets deflected, stopped by Aiden Lum. Aiden sends this back into the ozone, ripped right back out by Riff. 27, able to feed this over to Riff. I'm sorry, that wasn't Riff before, it was another somebody. St. John McCaddy centering pass. Nobody able to grab that in the slot. Stepping up, Matthew Lestishin puts this in deep. Aiden Lund sends this behind the goal into the corner for Chad Hull. Hull looking at Van Weed, feeds this puck up, goes off of Gavin Aceto. Coming across is Cote Legault. Legault, number 44. Hull with the jump. Grabs that puck, but it's forced out by Soroka. Picked up by Billings. Billings, shot and a goal! Pittsburgh Vengeance goal scored by number 10, Kenneth Billings. Assisted by number 59, John Soroka III. 10 from 59, time of the Pittsburgh Vengeance goal, 13:26 of the first period, and the Vengeance lead 2-1. Tyler Main with a shot and a save made by Reed Richardson. Face off to the left side of Richardson. Dan-Dalin taking the face off, battling for it. Puck comes across the slot, grabbed by Person. He feeds this up to Irwin. Irwin across to Billings. Billings plays this off the boards and dumps this in deep, back behind the net. Witchley grabs it, rips this all the way around for 17E. 17E coming across the center line with the puck. Now into the ozone, drops this off for Dalin. Witchley comes in behind and fires that into the corner. Grabbed by Trovato. He carries this out into the neutral zone, and 17E steals it from him. 17E on the right side, pushed off that puck by Trovato at the hash mark, looking for somebody, and Tyler Main not able to grab that puck as he skated by. Coming out with it, Ethan Riff Jr. Here's Riff. Riff in it, shot high into the corner, comes all the way up for 17E. He has that poked away by number 27, and 17E falls down. 27 in, moves this puck to his backhand shot, and it goes through the legs of Luke Bell. Luke thought he pinched it, but I guess he didn't pinch it off hard enough. Now, in other news, high school hockey, Luke Valk was named the CNY High School Athlete of the Week this week. New goalie in for Utica, number 56, Jackson Narcus. Pittsburgh wins this face-off. Puck sent in. Bremen picks this up, passes it over to Trail. Brett Smith backhands this up. Now it's correct. John Soroka coming up with this into the offensive end. He's pushed off by Traore. Picks his puck back up. Feeds this into the corner. Backy over there to battle against Traore. Backy able to feed this out to Cornish. Cornish over the center line. Feeds this off the boards for himself. Lestishin getting in his way, though. And Brett Smith sends this behind the net. And we got an interference call. And that's what happens. So Lestishin going to go to the box, the first penalty of the game. So it is a Pittsburgh Vengeance penalty, number 94, Matthew Lestishin. 2-minute minor for interference, number 94, 2 minutes interference. And with 1:45 remaining in the first period, it's a Utica Junior Comets power play. Just waiting for the clock operator to figure out the time clock, and he's doing a terrible job. I'm just teasing it. I believe he's one of the premier players that has volunteered to help out, so we appreciate his assistance. The only way to gain access to the box to help that poor volunteer out is to walk across the ice. There's no other way to access it. There's no tunnel underneath the stand. There's no door on the side. Once you're in, you're in. And if you're not in, you're going to stay out. Well, now he's got 20 seconds up there. It's supposed to be 2 minutes. He hit enter one keystroke too soon. All right, well, somehow he made 4 seconds tick off the clock. Hey, now he figured it out, now that he's not under pressure. Ref skated away, and he put up the 2 minutes. So it's at 1:41 remaining, not 1:45. That puck goes out of play. A lot of the face-off back in the Vengeance zone. Tyler Maine taking the face-off against Ethan Riff. Riff pulls this puck back. Hull steps up, trying to get that puck. Riff in there with number 28, Raymond Trovato. Tyler Maine steps back now. He pulls that puck back to Aiden Van Wee, and Van Wee can't hold it. He was looking to see if he was going to pass or shoot. He got a really hard slap shot, and in doing so, he missed the puck. Tyler Maine going in, cycling through. Wichley wants it. Wichley has it. Shoots that puck behind the net. Hull's racing over, not able to get there in time. You have to skate as you stretch. You can't just stretch and slide, because all you're doing is slowing down. That's how friction works. Aiden Van Wee coming up on the right side. Sends this off the boards around 27. But right there to grab it is Trovato. Fires this back down to the Utica end. Less than 1 minute of play remaining in the first period. Aiden Van Wee coming around, challenged by Soroka. Van Wee fires this up to Hull, knocked back into the zone by Billings. Van Wee back up to Hull. Billings comes over. Wichley tries kicking this to his skate. Instead, he kicks it back into his own zone. Aiden Van Wee trying to come up with this puck. Van Wee board pass to Dalin. Nice suicide pass. Dalin gets hit by McGrady as soon as he touches the puck, but he's able to send that into the offensive zone. Hull with it now. Hull over to Wichley. Dallin's in the slot. Richley over to Hall. Hall backhands this to Tyler Main. Main to Gavin Aceto. He cycles this around. Tyler to Hall. The shot saved. Dalin turning, trying to get his stick or something in there. Gets that shot off. It's saved. And there's the buzzer to end the period. At the end of one period of play, it is the Pittsburgh Vengeance 3, Utica Junior Comets 1. So they'll have a 3-minute intermission here to talk some sense between the coaches and the players. I will be right back in 1 moment. Second period underway. Utica in red going from left to right. Pittsburgh in white going from right to left. And there is a flying stick. Trey Orr with this puck, and the team's return to even strength. Listician coming in, comes up behind Bremen, and Listician is going to go right back into the box. He must have got real comfortable in there. He came out aggressively, and it was just a little too aggressive. He must have been playing a game on somebody's iPad in the penalty box and probably playing Clash and just got to the second round. I don't know if that's how Clash works. John Soroka taking the face-off against Campbell. And this puck is sent down the length of the ice by Trovato. Traor picks this up, goes back into the trapezoid, taking his time because there's no need for urgency when you're down by 2 goals in the second period. Traor back passes this to Bremen. Bremen feeds this over to Aceto. Gavin centering past it. Tyler, my goodness. Aceto shot blocked by Person. Person goes after it and dumps this puck all the way down. Bremen coasting his way down to pick that puck up into the trapezoid. Billings there to see which way he's going to go. Gavin Aceto comes through, picks this puck up, comes up and is challenged by Billings. Gets by Billings, gets by Irwin. Puck comes in and Trovato rips it into his own bench. So he did that from inside his zone, so we'll have a face-off down in the Vengeance's zone. 17E taking the face off for Utica. He wins this, pulls this back to Aiden Van Wee. Van Wee slides over to the center point, passes it up to Witchley. Witchley tried centering it to 17E, gets blocked by Billings, and Billings clears the puck all the way down. Narchis stalls it for Aiden Van Wee. 45 seconds remaining in the power play for Utica. Hull with the puck now. Hull into the offensive zone, pulls this towards the middle, has it knocked away. Puck grab by Brett Smith, and he sends it down the length of the ice. Narchis to Van Wee again. Van Wee's going to take this himself over the blue line. Tried passing it. It came right back to him. He's pressed up against the boards. Hull coming in, try to get that puck. We got 3 Uticas. 17E with this in the trapezoid, looking for somebody. Passes it out to 44, Legault. Legault, he sends this to Van Wee. Van Wee shot low, tipped in front by 17E. Not able to get it on net. 17E in the corner. Teams are even. .44, Cote Legault. Oh, loses that puck. Ethan Riff pokes this out. St. John McCaddy in, over, misses the pass to a wide open Soroka. And there is one angry parent over here. Must have a lot invested in this game. Anyway, he's stomping his feet. Lestitian plays the puck without making the penalty. Ends up hitting Hull right in the knee. Hull sends this down, and that's going to be an icing. 13:47 remaining in the second period. Utica trails Pittsburgh 3-1 here at the Utica University Nexus Center. Face off between Billings and Campbell. Campbell wins the draw, gives this to LaBeouf. LaBeouf sends this behind. Campbell goes over to pick it up, and Cornish grabs it, tries feeding this over to Backey. Backey misses it. Trovato grabs this puck, rips this in. Narchis, misses that. Puck comes out into the neutral zone, played by Person. He turns, fires this off the boards, and Campbell crosses offsides as the other 5, Cornish, is still in the zone. Faceoff goes back on net. Doesn't count as a shot though. Puck passed out to Soroka. Soroka gets by Salami. Shot, save, Narchis. Pittsburgh wins his faceoff. Puck comes to Trovato at the point, fires it. Kick save by Narchis. Rebound collected by Soroka. Comes around. That's poked away by Tyler Main. Soroka and Tyler in the neutral zone. Soroka able to get this over to Person, who dumps this in. Gets by Narchis into the trapezoid. Brendan plays this back to Traor. Gonna have to go the other way with this puck. Short pass to 17E. He goes against the grain, trying to make some space between himself and Soroka. Pittsburgh doing a great job collapsing on him. And Person picks this puck up. Person to Trovato. Trovato back to Person. Person feeds this up for McCaddy. McCaddy misses it, and that's an icing. Bring the face off all the way down by Reed Richardson. Utica with 7 shots on goal, and Pittsburgh with 16. We have 12 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the second period. Utica trails 1-3. McCaddy facing off against Allen. McCaddy wins, pulls this puck over to Lestitian, who feeds it to Smith. Smith coming around on the near side, sends this off the boards into the neutral zone, collected by Hull. Hull feeds this back out, Listitian grabs it and passes it back over to Brett Smith. Smith challenged by 17E, passes this puck up to 27. 27 dumps it in, Riff going in after it, as is Chad Hull and Tyler May. Puck comes to the point, Listitian fires it, goes off the outside left base of the net and the wall. Now grabbed by McHattie. McHattie, shot, save, Narchis. Face-off will be to the right side. Gavin Messino lining up to take the face-off against McHattie pulls this back. Aiden Van Lee steps up, but it's taken away by Brett Smith. Now this pass is knocked out by Aceto, ripped back in by Ethan Riff, and Pittsburgh checks up on sides. Aiden Lum takes this puck into the corner. Now the trapezoid feeds it to Hull. Hull back over to Lum. Aiden, long pass, missed Traor, and that's an icing. 11:26 remaining in the second period. Missed passes and slow skates to open pucks. Makes for an ineffective Aceto facing off against Soroka. Soroka wins. Puck comes back to Person. Person sends this in deep. In the corner, Travato grabs it. That gets blocked by Aceto. Irwin pulls it out. Now Aiden Van Wee feeds this out to 44. 44 over the blue line, has nowhere to go. Puck taken away by Braden Person. Person from his trapezoid sends this behind the goal to Trovato. Trovato has his pocket puck picked by 44. Puck comes up to LaBeouf. LaBeouf's shot gets blocked. Pittsburgh coming back, and nice back checking by Aiden Van Wee, not allowing Billings to get a shot off. Gavin Aceto coming out with this puck. Aceto over the blue line. Offside. A little too anxious on the Utica Junior Comets' part. 10:40 to go in the second period. 3-1 is the score. Pittsburgh leading with a vengeance. Cole Campbell take the face-off against St-John McHattie. McHattie wins another one. Puck goes all the way back to their backboards. Listitian knocked off that puck by Campbell, but this puck comes out for number 27. 27 on the far side. Now comes over, passes this shot, and that is deflected. Goes off the glass and hits the net. McHattie not able to bury. He thought he had a wide open net. I believe Narkin got him up with his blade. Pulled back by Campbell. Kicked over by Riff, brought out by Cornish, and Cornish totally got tripped on that one. 27 dumps that in, and he fired it into the hallway. You guys are having a hard time with this glass. .07 remaining in the second period. Pittsburgh 3, Utica 1. Pittsburgh wins the draw. Irwin passes this over to Smith. Smith turns this over. Backey coming back, trying to pull this puck out. Gets this to Salami. Salami loses it. He crosses the blue line. Irwin feeds this back to Brett Smith. Smith. And that goes off a back skate. Cole Campbell picks it up. He's forced into the corner, gets that back to Backey. Now Tyler May. Tyler May knocked off that puck by Soroka. Kenneth Billings picks this puck up, carries it into the neutral zone. Smith takes out Campbell from behind. Backey brings this back into the offensive end, and Tyler May sends this onto the boards. And that is an icing. I thought Aiden Van Wee got a piece of it, but I guess I was wrong. I'm too far away to tell. 9:20 remaining in the second period. Gavin Aceto taking the face-off, and Gavin wins this draw. Witchley picks his puck up, fires this to the slot off of Tyler's skate. 27 trying to get this out, and Witchley holds it in, sends this puck in deep. Trovato picks it up through the trapezoid. Soft pass into the neutral zone.
We got a slashing penalty against Utica. So it is a Utica Junior Comets penalty, number 51, Andrew Whitley. Minor for slashing, number 51, 2-minute slash. Time of the minor penalty, 7:59 of the second period. First time, Pittsburgh. Face off one by Utica. 6 tries clearing it out, held in by McHattie. McHattie's got Tyler Moon on him. He feeds this puck into Riff. Riff fires this across to Soroka. Soroka gives this to Irwin in the slot. Irwin moves over, passes back to Trovato. Trovato to McHattie, back to Trovato. Now Soroka. Shot fired, save made, and that gets deflected into the netting. And it goes on the outside of the ring. .135 remaining in the power play. Soroka facing off against 6. Soroka pulls this puck back to Trovato. Trovato to Soroka. Back to Trovato. Center point shot. Yeah. Tipped in front by Ethan Riff Jr. And at just past the halfway mark of this game, it is a Pittsburgh Vengeance power play goal scored by number 42, Ethan Riff Jr., assisted by number 28, Raymond Trovato, from 59, John Soroka III. 42 from 28 from 59. Time of the Pittsburgh Vengeance power play goal, 8:29 of the second period, and they lead 4-1. Battle for that puck at the hash mark. It's pressed up against the boards with somebody's skate. And comes out back into the trapezoid, ripped around by Brett Smith, held in by Chad Hull. And it comes back out. Push back forward. Cote Lejeau with some fancy stick work brings this into the offensive zone. Fires that low, easy save for Reed Richardson. Pushes over to the side. Dan-Dalin passes this up for the point. Taken away, though, by 27. He feeds this over to Riff. And McHattie was offsides. That's why he was behind the last defender when he received that pass. Face-off will be at center ice. 7:22 to go in the second period. 4-1, Pittsburgh with the lead. Soroka facing off against Campbell. Cole wins the draw. Cornish feeds this over to Witchley. Witchley tried passing it up, and they went right to Soroka, who passes this back to Person. Person loses his edge. Cole Campbell going in after it. Gets it away from Trovato, but Trovato recovers, feeds this up. Puck held in by Traor. Here's Backey's shot. Save made. And Reed Richardson's going to hold on to that one for the faceoff with exactly 7 minutes to go in the second period. Pittsburgh out shooting Utica 19 shots 9. Campbell facing off again against Soroka. Soroka wins, gets this puck to Travato. Travato goes to the safety of his trapezoid, sends this around off the boards. Traore holds it in, fires it back in deep. Weird bounce off the rail. Picked up by Person, passes it over to Trevor. He gives this to Billings. Billings trying to pass that puck away, and it won't do it. Travato comes up from behind, skates forward with this puck into the offensive end. Travato skates behind Traore, goes into the trapezoid. Traore trying to pinch him off. Travato still with it, kicks this puck to Soroka. Soroka to Billings to Irwin. Irwin can't get the shot off. Witchley able to sweep that puck away. Witchley and Irwin trying to get that puck. Traore in there, couldn't get it. No, he does. He does get that puck. Fires it over to Cornish. Cornish to Backy. Backy moving up with this puck. Backy back over into the middle. Cornish all tied up by Raymond Travato. Nice back checking by Travato. Here's Billings on the forecheck. Gets that puck. Billings passes his puck over. Salami got a piece of it, so Irwin couldn't receive it cleanly. Witchley rips his puck around. Brett Smith's going to pick this up at the point. Fires this back in deep for Kenneth Billings. Billings turns this over. Salami grabs this. Short pass for Campbell is picked off by Brett Smith. Now 27, shot blocked. Redirected on the far side. Cole Campbell has it, trying to keep it away from Riff. Gives this back to number 7. And now this is knocked out. Gavin Aceto trying to get it. Can't. St. John McCaddy coming back with this puck. McCaddy, drop pass, and Riff not able to get a stick on it. Chases it down at the hash mark. Gives this back to McCaddy to 27. And 27 gets this around Narchis for the goal. We'll see how the afternoon game goes. James Law not playing today because he's sitting his one game for a fight that he was involved with in the last game that he played in. So Pittsburgh goal scored by number 27, assisted by number 3, St. John McCaddy. Time of the Pittsburgh Vengeance goal, 11:41, and they lead 5-1. There's a save by Reed Richardson. Holds on to that for the face-off. Catching it on the side of his leg pad. That face-off won by Aceto. Sent back in deep. Gavin traces it around. Tyler Main picks this up in the corner. Avoids a check from Lestitian. Aceto picks this puck up. McCaddy knocks it away. Lestitian. Aceto shot. Oh, and it got blocked by Aiden Van Wee. Van Wee grabs this in the trapezoid to, Tyler Main shot. Nice save by Richardson. Rebound picked up by Brett Smith. Crosses over the center line, sends his puck in deep. Narchis grabs it, passes it over Traore. He's not able to catch it. Chase Irwin sends this back. And number 6 picks this up for Utica. And he ice the puck.
Gavin Aceto taking the face off against Soroka. Soroka wins the draw. Travato from the board shot. Save made. Narchis. 4:13 remaining in the second period. 5-1 is the score. And Pittsburgh is out shooting Utica 21-11. Soroka again facing off Aceto. Soroka wins. Travato feeds this forward. Soroka shot. Save. Narchis. Aceto and Soroka again. Soroka wins. Travato again. He shoots. And Narchis again with the save. This period's never going to end like this. 4:04 to go.
Aceto wins this one. Hull trying to get it out. Stopped by Travato. He feeds his forward, goes off a Soroka skate. He passes across to Person. Person skates us into the hash mark. Shot save, Narches. Rebound comes all the way out for Travato. Travato over for Irwin. Irwin's got to play this off the boards. Hard time handling it. Try centering it, and it goes off of Arjo. Travato grabs it in neutral zone, puts that on net. Save made. LaBeouf takes us back into the trapezoid. Short pass out to Aceto. Aceto hits 44. 44 back to Aceto. Shot too high. Off the glass. Drops down. Hull pushes this to the trapezoid. Travato grabs it. Hull takes away Travato. Puck picked up by Soroka. He tries passing it across, and 17E grabs it. Cameron Dallin with it. Oh, tried passing it to Hull, but Billings, one baby step forward, catches that puck, comes in, shot, blocker, save, Narches. Puck sent around, Brett Smith picks it up. He fans on that one. And there's a goal from Chase Irwin. Receives it. An accidental pass from Smith, but he'll take it. Pittsburgh Vengeance goal scored by number 41, Chase Irwin, assisted by number 20, Brett Smith. Irwin from Smith, 41 from 20. Time of the Pittsburgh Vengeance goal, 14:04 of the second period, and they lead 6-1. Pittsburgh wins the draw. Smith shot and misses the net. Picked up by Riff. Sends us towards the corner. Witchley there. Coming in, McHattie feeds this back, and Lestitian can't catch it. 27 back to get it. Has Cornish near him. 27 brings this over the blue line. Almost lost it. Knocking it back with Backy, but Lestitian fires this in. There's a pass out to Cornish. Cornish loses at the blue line. 27 picks it up, goes back the other way. Campbell back checking, allows Salami to get that puck. Cornish, short feed to Backy. Xavier over the center line. Now into the O-zone, has Witchley behind him. Drops that back for Andrew. Andrew circling around, trying to make some space. Feeds this over to Aceto. Shot save made. Rebound comes all the way out. Witchley chases it down in his own zone. 2 minutes to go in the second period. Soft pass back to number 7. Lestitian picks that up in his end. Passes over to Brett Smith. Smith tried hitting Soroka. Goes off of Tyler Main to Soroka. Shot and a save. Billings gives this to Soroka. Tries feeding it out. Gavin Aceto takes this through the trapezoid. Aceto passes it up to Tyler Main, who's cutting across the neutral zone. He couldn't catch that pass. Travato feeds this back up to Chase Irwin. Irwin has that knocked off his stick, turns around, fires it to 17, who feeds this back to Travato. Travato fires this up. Irwin not able to hold it. Puck turned over. Here's Aiden Van Wee. Van Wee shot high off the glass. Goes up to the hash marks. Gavin Aceto overskates that puck. Bremen feeds this back in. Aiden Van Wee puts this into the middle, and Travato feeds this up for Kenneth Billings. Billings over the blue line. Drop pass stolen by Main. Main tried giving it to Van Wee. It's taken away by Irwin. Irwin feeds this over to Person. Person with it. Less than a minute to go. Person up to Soroka. Soroka sends us in to the far corner or near corner for us. Number 6 with this puck. Passes it up for 17E. 17E into the O-zone. In deep through the trapezoid, looking for somebody. 17E stops at the top of the circle, making moves into the slot. Passes this over to Traor. Traor takes this puck up high. Hard pass into Aiden Van Wee. Goes off of his skate into the corner. 20 seconds to go. Puck comes high for 27 of Pittsburgh. Back checking, Gavin Aceto. Had that puck for a moment, but 27 took it back and gets it into the neutral zone. 17E recovers with this puck. He serpentines his way around, and he's going to be passing it over to Bremen, and he's the last one to touch this puck. At the end of 2 periods of play, it is the Pittsburgh Vengeance 6, Utica Junior Comets 1. We're going to take a break for an ice cut. I want to give a shout-out thanks to all of my sponsors, starting with Two Broke Moms, located on North Jefferson Street in Pulaski, New York, next to the Dollar General.
It is. Yeah, they put a lot of money into it. It's wish they consulted me so we could have better broadcast. It's like once you go over with the other two things, right? We were supposed to put sound there.
Okay.
Sound when they first started it, it wasn't for the lock. The other
Shoot a game.
yeah. Now I think they changed the clock button on one of the rings, but and then they've got like on every rink this giant hole right at center ice, so and it's right up against the rail on the like, the architects, you know, made it. It looks real nice, but I don't think they've ever watched the hockey game. Yeah, so this is actually because of this now. Our state tournaments used to always be in Buffalo because they've just got a couple of facilities with multiple rings. Now they're split up.
That's
Here in Buffalo.
Our state tournaments, we must have played like 2%. Then our is nice too. So I don't know walk with it. How's your state tournament? So good competition.
Yeah.
Is it? Of course, once you go to the state level, it's different, right? But ours,
Well,
that's why
normally he's a winger, but we're some kids missing. I know one of the kids that's on his line is sitting again because he got the
we
right leg.
got like all the suspensions and injuries. 3 or 4 kids are done for the season with injuries. Yeah. He's 59 is road. Look at what number 40.
Dan-Dalin.
Does the college play here too?
Yeah.
Is it what? ACUJ? Is it club or NCAA?
So Utica University Pioneers, I believe, are NCAA.
Really? Oh, okay.
I think so.
I didn't know they were NCAA.
I'm not 100%, but I do believe so.
That's a nice ring.
And then we got the Comets right next door.
And
The
that's
Adirondack
your
Bank
team,
Center.
right? Your team?
Well, that's the AAA team for the Devils. Well,
AJ?
Yeah, Devils.
AHL? Or
Yeah.
AHL? Oh, is that next door?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is it the same building?
There is a hallway that connects it, but that's
Yeah,
only
yeah,
for
more
employees.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I didn't know that. Huh.
Yes.
I'm glad you told me that. I had no clue. Pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, and so they'll actually practice. I think they were practicing over on Ring 2 before this game started.
Okay.
I mean, you see some big boys being as aggressive as all get out in practice, trying to make it to the NHL, right?
Well, that's cool, Luce. I like it. I like when they have hockey everywhere. No matter what.
Yeah.
I think all of our kids are going to throw off this period. We've done enough people.
know, I saw you empty-handed before. I was like, what is that?
Well, after those 2 periods, I gotta drink something.
I almost went over.
You want one?
No.
I'll get you one.
No.
Well, this is pretty purple. You bring all these crumbs and things like that.
Well, I mean, allegedly they practice together, but
I just said I think I want to put on the YouTube channel
And watch
just so I
the
can listen to
commentating.
you while we watch the game because it kills me. I love it every time.
Third and final period about to begin. 17 minutes up on the clock. Let's see if Utica can pull off the comeback and pick up 5 or 6, maybe 6 or 7 unanswered goals here at the Nexus Center. Well, Utica with the puck in the offensive end. Gavin Aceto takes this back behind Dan-Dalin and turns it over. Kenneth Billings feeds this out to Chase Irwin. Irwin brings this into the O-zone. Try dropping it, gets knocked away by 4. Billings picks this up, passes up to the point for Smith. Smith feeds this into the middle. Dalin picks it up. Ostroka steals from him. Puck fed up though to 17E. He comes in, can't get his stick down. And a slashing call on that or interference? Oh, a high stick. High stick.
Oh, sorry about that. I think he had the pit. I think I picked the wrong kid.
So it is a Pittsburgh penalty on number 20, Brett Smith. 2-minute minor for high sticking. Number 22 high stick. Time of that minor penalty. 6:46 of the third period. And it's a Utica Junior Comets power play. Tyler Lane taking this off against the 27. Pulls this puck back to Witchley. Witchley feeds this across to Aiden Van Wee. Van Wee to Gavin Aceto. Back to Van Wee. Over to Witchley. Witchley through to Aceto. Up to Van Wee. Back to Aceto. Aceto looking. Drops this back to Van Wee. Hits Witchley. That puck came out. That puck came out. Tyler Main feeds that into the corner going after it. He's got Braden Person all over. Main goes down. 27 goes down. Ford picks that puck up. Back to Witchley at the point. Witchley steps up. Hits this across to Van Wee. Van Wee catches on the backhand. Now fires it forward. Tyler Main tried knocking it down out of the air. Couldn't. Plays it off the backboard. Skates this up to the point. Pushes it back over to Traor. Traor. Moving up. Shot goes high off the glass. That gets by Witchley. Aiden Van Wee's going to skate back into his zone and pick that puck up while Pittsburgh gets a fresh 4 out there. Stretch pass to Traor, and that is knocked back out by McHattie. Goes right to Van Wee. Van Wee to Witchley, and those two are going to want to go for a change at some point as well. Although every Utician is still out there. Tyler to Traor. Traor feeds this in. Tyler with a one-time touch. And Richardson with the save. Aceto picks this puck up. Soft pass to Van Wee. Billings almost able to get it up. Puck picked up by Corning. Now Traor to Tyler Main. Back to Traor. To Tyler. Tyler brings this up to the hash mark. Feeds us up center point for Aceto. He hit Van Wee hard. Van Wee can't catch it. Billings moves us back. Cornish sends us up along the boards for Gavin Aceto. Aceto banks this to Van Wee. Van Wee receives top of the slot to Traor. Traor took 4 minutes to take that shot and didn't even hit the goalie. Caught the outside of the post and it comes all the way down. Gavin Aceto picks his puck up. And the teams return to even strength. Aceto bringing this puck up. Brett Smith comes out and gets tripped by Aceto. We're not going to call that though. Puck goes all the way down. Van Wee picks it up. 14 minutes to go in this game. Van Wee to Baki. Baki to Van Wee. Across the hull. Picked off by Chase Irwin. Feeds us into middle. Riff loses this. 27 loses his. Cornish picks this up. Trying to drag this out. It's fighting him. Even the puck is against Utica in this game. Van Wee grabs this puck back behind the net. Centering pass. Tried to get stuffed in by Baki. And it is covered up by Reed Richardson for the save and the face. Cole Campbell going to take the face-off against St. John McCaddy. Got Backy to his right, Aiden Love to his left, and we're going to toss Campbell. So Campbell's going to go on the left wing, Lum to the right. Backy takes the face-off, pushes this puck forward. Going back to pick it up is Raymond Trovato. Trovato backhands this up to 27. 27's off feed to Riff. Riff brings this in past Bremen. Riff around, wrap around. Didn't get it tight enough. Must not have the Lemieux curve on there. Person fires at it and it gets tipped and saved by Narchis. Shot that gets deflected by Campbell off the glass. 27 trying to pick it up, as is Campbell, and Bremen back there as well. 27 tries to feed this to Riff. Riff gets his stick on it back. He pulls this away. Lum tries to get it out, and out it comes. Grabbed by Trovato. Raymond dumps this in. Pittsburgh checks up on sides. Bremen brings this puck up, and it's taken away by 27. Feeds this in. St. John McCaddy's shot goes off the shoulder of Narchis. Back into the slot, though, held in, and Bremen's going to come over to grab this puck at the hash mark. Bank pass out to Cole Campbell. Cole Campbell has Lestitian on him. Lestitian feeds Soroka. Soroka shot, save. Rebound grab by Chad Hull. Puts us over against the boards. Campbell tries clearing it out. Goes off of Lestitian's stick to Soroka, who passes it back to Brent Smith. Smith across. That got touched by Billings. No icing.
I think they've gotten that wrong at every opportunity. It's ridiculous. Gavin Aceto takes the face-off against John Soroka. Aceto wins the draw, comes to Witchley to Traor. Shot tipped by Aceto, goes high. Tyler Main going to get that puck away from Billings. Billings wraps him up. Soroka bank pass out to Irwin. Irwin loses it, and Witchley collects this puck. Andrew passes across the Salami. Salami shot, blocker, save to Richardson. And that goes off of his blocker into the net, and we'll have a face-off to the right side of Reed Richardson. Just under 12 minutes to go in this game. Pittsburgh with the 6 lead, and the referee opted to go over there instead. I believe that's pretty much an arbitrary decision. Tyler Main wins that face-off. Aceto loses the puck. Kenneth Billings brings this out. It's a 2-on-1. Get this. Oh, Treyard dives and just gets enough of that puck. Billings is hurt. He went flying over Traor and into the boards. Aceto moving this puck down. I can't believe they haven't blown the whistle yet. Lestitian, and there's the whistle. No whistle on that play. Traor completely laid out, and Billings tripped over him, but that's not apparently a trip. So, 11 and a half minutes to go in this game. Tyler Main taking the face-off against St. John McCaddy. Maine wins the draw to Aceto, to Traore. Traore fires this, glove save for Reed Richardson. Richardson pretty much had no choice. That puck was heading right to his glove the entire time. Face off to the right side of Richardson, won by McHattie. Sent behind the net by Person, and here's a breakout pass to McHattie. McHattie to 27, he can't reach it. Got slowed down crossing the blue line, by the blue line. Witchley feeds this out, and it's caught by Riff. Riff turns this puck against the far wall, and Tyler Main's able to pick it up. Maine tries feeding this up for Witchley. Witchley just out of his reach. Pittsburgh gets this to Riff to McHattie. McHattie dumps it in, and back in net is Luke Balf. Aceto picks that puck up as Aiden Van Wee goes down. Traore, short pass to Tyler Maine. Maine tried feeding that out to Witchley. Gloved down by Trovato. He dumps that in. Traore picks it up at the hash marks. Traore passes to Witchley. Witchley stepping up over the blue line. Witchley shot wide right. Goes off the base of the boards. That's going to make it out into the neutral zone. LeBeouf picks it up there. LeBeouf skates forward. Has it poked away by Soroka. Soroka back to Irvin, and he tried getting this back to Soroka, went off of Hull, and Witchley able to collect that puck. Witchley having a hard time getting it away from his skates. John Soroka takes it for him. Soroka in, shot, save, Valve.
10:03 to go in this game. 6-1, Pittsburgh with the lead.
E taking the face-off against John Soroka. Soroka pulls this back for Irwin. Irwin and Smith shot up. Soroka tips it, goes into the corner. Hull after it. Hull moves this over for 17E. He fires this around to LeBeouf. LeBeouf up to Cote Lejeune. Can't get it out. Smith fires it, tipped by Soroka. Saved by Luke Balf. LeBeouf picks this up at the side of the trapezoid. Short pass to 17E. He's got to wait for it. Passes this across. That's an offsides. Cote Lejeune picks this up. Cote Lejeune. Around passes over to Dalin. Dalin catches on the backhand, fires this across on the wrong side of Gavin Aceto for him to try to tip that puck in. Coming out with it is Irwin. Puck taken away by Campbell. Irwin takes it back. Shot and glove save. Luke Balf. A great save by Luke there. Pittsburgh thought they had one in the bag, but Luke pulled that glove out of nowhere. Cornish taking this face off. Grab by Lum. Aiden back past to Cornish. Cornish passes across to Campbell. Campbell over the blue line, feeds this forward, goes back behind the Pittsburgh goal. Centering pass comes out, Lum shot, glove save, Reed Richardson. Face off won by 27. Puck goes back to Trovato. Trovato gives this to Person. Person into the trapezoid. Cornish coming over to challenge. Puck goes to McHattie. McHattie backhands this off the boards. Riff carries it into the offensive end. Goes around the net. Centering pass. McHattie can't get it in. Loose puck picked up by Traore. Traore passes it to Person. Person fires it in. Goes off of Traore's hand. That hurts. Aiden Lum picks this up. Traore still trying to shake off that pain. Lum passes to Campbell. Cole brings this up ice, crosses over the blue line. 3-on-3, and he is taken out by Trovato. Trovato grabbed him by the head to pull him down to the ice. We're not going to get a holding or a headlock call. Salami from the point, fires, save made. Rebound picked up by Traore. Traore tries carrying this to the net. Person knocks it away and feeds this down the length of the ice. This puck is spinning like a top, and that's going to be an icing. 7:56 remaining in this game. 6-1. Pittsburgh with the lead over Utica. Pittsburgh with 34 shots on goal. Utica with 17. Twice the amount of shots. John Soroka puts up against Gavin Aceto. Soroka pulls this back for Brett Smith. Smith goes to his trapezoid, passes it up to Irwin. Irwin feeds this out to Soroka. Soroka over the blue line with a shot, and it goes off the face of Luke Balf into the glass. Aceto picks that rebound off the far side. Banks this off the boards to get it around the station. Brett Smith skates over to get this puck and passes it up to Kenneth Billings. Billings hits Soroka, goes off of Soroka's skate, and that should be an icing. And icing it is. I'm surprised they called that one. So 7:28 to go in this 6-1 game. Tyler Maines facing off against number 27.
I mean, Pittsburgh's got a short bench, right? They've got 5 on the bench compared to the team of Utica players.
Tyler Maines sends this in deep. Aceto on the far side. Pushed off that puck by Lestishin. Puck goes all the way down. Grabbed by 7, sent around Riff, centering pass, blocked by Salami. 27 with it out in the slot, loses that puck. Tyler Maiden gives it back to him. 27 checked by Gavin Aceto. Sidney McCaddy puts his puck into the trapezoid. Chad Hull picks it up, gives this to Witchley. Witchley feeds this out to Gavin. Gavin skating down with this puck over the blue line, and it's taken away by Brett Smith. Lestishin passes back behind the net to Brett Smith. Smith back to Lestishin. Lestishin feeds this to 27. He's got a soft pass for McCaddy. St. John coming in, centering pass. Riff not able to get that shot off on net. Gavin Aceto picks that loose puck up, fires it, and ices it. Cameron Dallin's fast, but not that fast. 6:15 to go in this game. 6-1 is the score. Soroka pulls this back to Person at the point. Person, short pass to Irwin. Irwin pushed off that puck by Trayor, but is able to get it to Sorokin. Back to Irwin. Irwin, backhand, goal! Irwin from Soroka, 41 from 59. Pittsburgh goal scored by number 41, Chase Irwin, assisted by number 59, John Soroka III. Time of the Pittsburgh Vengeance goal, 10:58. They lead 7-1. Dallin with that puck, backhand shot, save made. Reed Richardson on the far side. Dallin feeds this back up to the point for LaBeouf. LaBeouf tried to pass this over to 44, not able to get it to him. Soroka picks it up. Soroka to Billings, knocked away by LaBeouf. Trayor with this in back behind the net. 17E picks it up. 17E skating down with this puck over the blue line. Sends this to the corner and chases it down. Cote d'Azur goes back for it. 17E does not pass it to Cameron Dallin, who is standing all alone in the slot. Now he does, goes to 17E. Dallin trying to grab it. He falls down. That's probably why they didn't pass it to him. Stop falling down. Braden Person brings this out. Irwin to Billings. Billings fires this across for St. John McCaddy. He's not able to catch it. LaBeouf takes his puck away. LaBeouf skates up. Utica changes. Backy checked off that puck by Lestishin, and Lestishin passes it to Irwin. Irwin skates up. He gets checked by Cornish. Cornish takes that puck away, drops it off for Backy. Backy over the center line into the ozone. Shot, kick, save for Reed Richardson. Rebound to Backy. Gives this to Campbell. Cole steps up, bottom of the circle. Centering pass, nobody there.
Off the far boards, Riff picks his puck up, feeds it ahead for himself. And Backy there to pick up that deflected.
That one is knocked by John Soroka, so that's not an icing. Campbell's going to let Brett Smith pick that puck up and pass it to Listician. Listician up to 27, hits it to Soroka, turned over to Cornish. Cornish loses sight of that puck, and Soroka picks it back up, gives it to Listician, passes it up to 27. 27 touches it down all the way down to the end of the ice. Less than 4 minutes to go. Aiden Van Wee with the puck from the trapezoid. Van Wee bank pass to nobody. Picked up by Brett Smith. Smith passes it up to Riff. Riff touches it, so it goes all the way down without the icing. Played by Balf behind the net. Now number 6 has it. He passes it across to Aiden Van Wee. Van Wee hits this off of St. John McHattie, who is standing right in front of him. Trayor takes this now. He brings this into the offensive end. Trayor loses his puck in the traffic here. St. John McHattie passes it up. Witchley fires it back. Loose puck, top of the slot. Pass back for Listician. Listician able to get that out. Gavin DeCito collects it in the neutral zone. Passes it over to Tyler Main. Main to Witchley. Witchley dumps it from deep. Played by Richardson behind the net. And Witchley trying to get this away from Travato. Travato outskates him. Irwin misses that pass. Trayor takes that puck, fires it deep into the corner. Tyler Main trying to hustle after less than 3 minutes. Puck grabbed by Person. Tyler able to get his stick on it. Gavin Aceto grabs that puck and gives it to Braden Person. Person passes it to Billings. Person is on the Pittsburgh team. Billings passes behind McHattie. McHattie pulls this into the corner, looking for somebody to give it to. Has nobody. Gavin Aceto grabs this puck, passes it to the skate of Chad Hull, who drops it off for Tyler Main. Main dumps his puck in. Hull goes off for his change, so, no, I'm sorry, he does not. Gavin Aceto goes off. And that puck stays in on the ice. Turned back to Person. Person gives it back to Salami. And now 17E has it. 17E with the puck. Knocked away by Billings. 17E picks it up in the corner. 17E in the slot. Backhand. Save made. Richardson. Salami from the point. 17E shot goes behind the goal into the corner. 1:50 to go in this game. 17E falls down as he pushes his puck around. Salami trying to get it. It's taken away by Chase Irwin. Here goes Irwin. Dalin sweeping at that puck. Forces Irwin to put that puck into the corner. Chad Hull misses a check. Dalin wrapped up in deep. And we've got incidental minor penalties. Chad Hull and Kenneth Billings. So it is incidental minor penalties. Utica, number 25, Chad Hull, and Pittsburgh, number 10, Kenneth Billings. Each 2-minute minors for cross-checking. Time of the incidental minor penalties, 15:32 of the third period. So those two will finish the game in the penalty. Here comes Cote Lejeune, fires that puck, glove save, Reed Richardson. 1:05 to go in this game. Cole Campbell taking face off against John Soroka. Cornish trying to play that puck. He's got 27 wrapped up. 27 gets that puck out. Van Wee, no look pass to LaBeouf. LaBeouf plays this back into his zone. Cornish puts this off the boards into the neutral zone. 27 for Pittsburgh. Passes it back forward. This comes back. Campbell can't get it. Soroka knocked off that puck. Cornish, Campbell, Lobanov. That's number 27's name. Got 35 seconds to go, and you might as well just leave the puck right there. Here's Ethan Riff coming in.
Sends this into the corner. Gets it past Van Wee. Van Wee puts the check on. LaBeouf body slams Brett Smith down to the ice. It's a 7-1 game. There's no need for this. They're going to let him go for round 2. No idea what the penalty's for. They only took number 27 for Pittsburgh. Smith is going to the locker room. He was the one that was involved in that battle in the corner. Nobody from Utica is going into the box. I don't know what they're calling. Oh, the Utica player has been removed. He's already half undressed. I forget who it was already. Anyway, there's a face-off. Won by Pittsburgh. Soroka going in, trying to make a statement. Get a shorty. Pass over and shot taken. Oh, and McCaddy thought that went in, but it came back out, and that's the end of the game. This one ends in a 7-1 victory for Pittsburgh, who had a very short bench. Only had 5 guys on the bench in relief. Utica had a bunch more. But from the Utica University Nexus Center in Utica, New York, this is a game I'd like to forget. I am the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence. I'm doing the best I can. Just like you. Don't wait for it to be a good day. Make it a great day, everyone.